Hello people, here I am in Brecon, outside my solicitor's office, ready for a psychiatric report to be done for the judge next week for me to go to prison. Now I'm recording this because unfortunately I have been accused of not turning up for appointments even though they were cancelled by Psychiatrist, and accused of threatening behaviour. I'm here for a psychiatric report then?
Yes, alright. Have a sit down just over on those blue chairs there, alright?
Yeah.
Oh, lovely, thank you. Keep it cold out tonight.
Yeah, has Gareth got that on letter-headed paper as well? I did ask for the date to be put down on Merthyr Tydfil Court letter-headed paper.
I don't know what's in there, but I've got that.
We'll have a look now then.
Have a sit down in a moment. I'll have to sign you in.
Okay.
Alright then.
I don't understand the problem of getting Merthyr Court laws to put it down on paper, see? I made it quite clear I want it on Merthyr Court letter-headed paper. This isn't Merthyr Court letter-headed paper, Gareth.
No. But look, it's from the court. Right?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
That's the best I can do, right?
Strangely enough, I had that from John Moyle Solicitors, and I showed you it.
Right? By letter.
I just find it a bit weird that Merthyr law courts will not put something down on letter-headed paper.
Well, if you put it in writing to them by letter...
Now, they have informed me that I can do it through my solicitor, hence why I asked yourself. I also asked John Moyle of CJCH Solicitors to do it for me. Well, I did show you the letter.
But they've got it on, it's certainly Merthyr Court.
I know, but there's a difference between the letter and the paper. Like that day you came in the court and the judge appointed you as my solicitors, and I showed him the letterhead paper and he said, yeah, that's from Merthyr Court. He said, the other one where it's got CPS written across it is not. Now putting Merthyr Court's address, you know, so...
But the court only corresponds with us by email.
Can I ask as well, Gareth?
Yes.
When we come out of the last meeting, Judge Beard made it clear it had to be Cardiff. And can I ask you a question? When we come out, I turned to the probation lady. I said, when did I threaten you? She said, you never did. I said, when did I cancel the appointment? She said, you never did. Dr. Witts cancelled the appointments.
I'm not saying you...
But the judge was told that, hey, I was threatening probation and I weren't turning up for any psychiatric appointment. I'm not having a go at you because you obviously was brought in. But as my defence, it doesn't seem very well, the Crown Prosecution Service accusing me of this, that and the other, when the lady from probation made it clear I never threatened her, I swore. I swore because of CJCH Solicitors, and I apologised for the swearing, so there was no threat there. So why the Crown Prosecution told the judge that. Also, we all know that Dr. Witts cancelled the appointment, which I have from CJCH Solicitors and John Moyle, stating that because Dr. Witts knew two people I've named, Justine Crosby, Chris Frayne, she'd feel biased doing the appointments. The last psychiatric appointment was cancelled. I sacked my solicitors because I showed you the letter where they had CPS, put Merthyr Court's address on it, but it was clearly Crown Prosecution, as I asked you, and you said, yeah, that is Crown Prosecution. It's not from Merthyr Court, so that's an obvious reason why I sacked them. I've also got it on email where they were made clear that I wouldn't be turning up. If they phoned me, I would, but nobody bothered phoning me. So the judge was informed that I cancelled the 3 psychiatric appointments, which was false. Now, so I thought someone in that court would have made it clear to the judge, this man has complied with everything that's been asked.
When the time comes to make that clear, we will do, okay? But if you remember, Catherine Lane said at the initial occasion, when she said to the judge...
I'm not having a go at you, but obviously,
no.
hence why, and you can understand I'm in a body camera, because...
Right, is it on?
It is,
okay.
Because things have been made that I've got a disability, I have post-traumatic stress disorder, which affects my mental health. It's been used against me to say that I've been saying things when I haven't. So this is obviously for my safety. It's also for the safety of anyone else that they can't say, oh, because they got the proof. Now, I'm here today because he is going to ask me why the assault happened. Now, I have it on recordings.
just so you know, is
Yeah,
the body worn videos.
Yeah.
Right. Your interview.
just for you to know.
Let me go first, John.
Yeah.
Your interview, okay, and the 999 recording.
Yeah.
Right. They're all on that memory stick.
But as I told you, I'd made more than them calls to 101.
No, I'm not.
And the
talking
police
about
are
those.
refusing to
I'm not
answer. I've
talking
even
about
sent...
those.
No, that's a different
I
scenario.
downloaded what was on the digital
But
system.
I'll show you
Okay.
now. So you can see, I even sent to the Police Crime Commissioner himself, subject to access request, which he did pass on to the police, and the police are still refusing to hand over. As you can see, that's the email from the Police Crime Commissioner.
Yeah.
Stating on the 19th of July they received the stuff that's gone in the post. That's a Jane Wood.
It is, yeah.
She passed it on to the police.
And they have nothing with it.
No, they've informed. Well, to be honest, they don't wish to hand them over because it's incriminating against them. Please be advised that we are unable.
No,
It's basically the usual. You'll have it in a
Yeah,
month, but I still haven't received anything.
Okay.
Now this has gone on for over 2 years. Have you looked at my YouTube channel?
I have, only briefly.
Yeah.
But
Now,
I have seen it. I've seen you certainly speaking to the. I think.
because on it, it makes it quite clear. And so we will, saying they are going to be heard, because he's obviously going to ask me why things happened when they did, Sullivan coming at my house. As I informed you, I have everything on recording with Cumtaff Mental Health. You can hear Chris Frayne, Mark Abrahams stating that Justine Crosby told them PC Sullivan was at no meeting. Because if you remember, I went to play, but obviously we had a problem. But it's all been done now, so you can listen to it offline. There we are. I played you one recording, didn't I? Well, here we go. We'll go with Mark Abrams, Chris Frayne. I've only downloaded a few. Be best if I turn the speaker on, wouldn't it?
So what's this? A telephone call?
Which is why we came out. Listen to this, people on YouTube. Now, my mother asked why she couldn't be told I committed suicide. Now, my information could be branded around the streets, but when she thought I committed suicide, she wouldn't be told. And just for you to know, it wasn't long after they thought I committed suicide, Sullivan came up my house, where they knew my sister was dying. I've also got Dr. Lanchman admitting my house is being targeted. I've got a letter then him asking Justine Crosby should never be allowed near me, writing a letter to say it only sounds that way. You've seen the CCTV.
Is there any... okay.
As you can see, people, this is going to be a humdizzee. But we're going to get everything recorded. What we don't want is judges saying, oh, he hasn't turned up. This is my old phone, so I really don't care, because the PIN number on this is absolutely different. I only use this to listen to audible books. So we better get it ready to record. As you can see, it's offline. You can't go online because it's an old phone. So we need to get the recording to set everything up and ready for everything to be recorded. Because today we are going to find out how falsifying patients' health records at Cumtaff Health Authority is legal. We're going to find out why the police, the council and the health authority didn't want leaflets that was put out, basically being put out so people could read what had been going on. We're also going to try and find out how Claire Blackmore, Merthyr Borough Council, being paid as a community partnership person, was having sex with a Sergeant Ewell Morgan at Merthyr Police Station. So there's quite a few things. It's going to be a right dinger. we're also going to try and find out why my health cover was all pulled, because I put in a complaint about people falsifying my documents, which can be proved. Okay? So we're just waiting now. The solicitor's having a wordy to tell the psychiatrist. I am recording everything, which is fine, because I'm really not that bothered. When you've been accused of things in front of a judge and they're not true, then you have to safeguard yourself, don't you? And that's how it works. Hello, how do you do, Caswell Clinic?
Yeah. Anything?
Right, can I ask a question? No, because I'd like you as my solicitor. Judge Beard made it clear it had to be a psychiatrist from Cardiff. Dr. Seeley, if not Dave Seeley, then it had to be someone from Cardiff. I informed Bernadette of Probation Service in Merthyr that I still hadn't heard anything about the psychiatric reports. She then decided to get in touch with Caswell Clinic, which I've come here for. I've got it on text messages, people, which I'll be showing you, in which I made it quite clear I didn't want to see anyone from Caswell, because my first 2 psychiatric appointments, which was supposed to be with Dr. Witts, were cancelled.
Right.
Now, as you know, I was accused of cancelling them, when it wasn't. It was Dr. Witts who cancelled them. The first being some emergency had come up, which is fair enough. Second reason then for cancelling at the last minute, because I had the taxi was virtually pulling up outside my door, because I'd ordered taxis to come up and down, was that she knew the people I had put a complaint in about, which was Justine Crosby, Chris Frayne. She does work with them.
Right.
Now I had the email of John Moyle stating that she'd feel that she'd be a bit biased because she works with them, and I did ask John Moyle, well, if Dr. Witts worked with a doctor or nurse who raped a child, and that child then said, that doctor raped me, would Dr. Witts refuse to speak to that child because she works with a doctor or nurse? Now I'm asking this before obviously we get started, because a lot needs to come out today. I brought up voice recording, I brought up my laptop. Okay?
Yep.
Now what you're going to hear is actually health authority people. Right. Dr. Langshman, Chris Frayne, Mark Abrahams. You're also going to hear me screaming that that is in my signature. It was basically a report done by Justine Crosby, who we believe informed you that not only was I an ex-veteran, I also have mental health issues. Because she disappeared after that. Now you can clearly hear me screaming at Dr. Langshman, that isn't my signature, that isn't my signature. And that's the reason Mark Abrahams, because we never seen Mark Abrahams. I do know who Mark Abrahams was, because I knew his brother when I used to come home on leave. He worked at the council. Right. And strange enough, you look like him a bit. And he basically came up the house, as you can hear as I played you there. They tell my, well, you hadn't heard it, but it's coming up to it, where my mother says, I thought my son had committed suicide, none of you will tell me, but you can give his information to everyone around Brecon Road and all the rest of it. Now, we're going to find out today why I went batty and assaulted 2 coppers after reading an article in the Wales Online, which was about a corrupt PC Sullivan. But when I put a complaint in about PC Sullivan, it went to Merthyr, which is on YouTube. I even have the complaint form. And strangely enough, it all went missing. Let's get this party started. That's fine.
Okay? If you want anything, either of you ask Nicola, she'll give me a ring. Okay?
I'm fine. I'm not having a go at you because we've never met, and I apologise if it comes across as me being rude and arrogant. It isn't meant to be.
It's a pleasure to meet you. So yeah.
Is it really? That's what most of them say. When it was a pleasure meeting you. And strange enough, you are the spitting image of him.
No.
Now, you'll be wondering why I was arrested. Now, I put out a leaflet around people's doors asking if a PC Sullivan was shagging a Claire Blackmore Merthyr Borough Council. You can have... There we are, Doctor. You can have that. You can read that. Now, I was never charged with any crime. In fact, it's on YouTube. The police write to their own solicitors to say they should never have destroyed the leaflets because I committed crime. No crime, sorry. I do apologise. I'm jumping ahead of myself.